Week two is upon us. Welcome to the SBP this morning. As always, I'm your boy Prime Source. What is good?
Ain't nothing good but these frosted flakes and the Eagles win already for this week. That's it.
Okay.
That's all. That's
Victory is
all.
always good. Victory is always good. I tired this morning. Did you stay up and watch the game last night?
Yes, sir. Watch it to the end. I ain't watched the press conference though, nothing like that. I was like, all right, that's enough.
That's enough. Hey, I saw people all through social media, and then of course on my text chain with a couple of the homies, folks was debating. Man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it, man. I don't know if I'm gonna make it up. My one homie was like, "Yo, this ain't gonna be over till like 5 a.m."
Right. It was the first quarter. It was 11 something. I was like, how many in
Yeah,
the first quarter?
yeah. I was flipping through some other games the earlier part of the day, and because I was talking to my oldest son, we would say, "Man, this is like the great time because we flipping through cable, and it's like 12 games you can pick to watch."
Mm.
Like we were like literally counting them. And then the crazy thing was when I flipped over at 10 o'clock, one of the other games was still on. What was it, the Florida-Tennessee game, I think? Or whatever. I'm like, damn, they still got 4 minutes. We're going to miss the beginning of this game,
Yep.
man. Priming them.
Yeah.
But then something went across the bottom of the screen saying that they weren't going to kick off until 10:20. So part of me was like, yeah, that's good. We probably won't miss anything. Then the other part of me was, well, that's about an extra 20 minutes. I'm
On the
already
back
going to be
end.
struggling. We always going to be struggling to make it through that bad boy, man. But it was what it was. Colorado came out with the dub. Shedeur led a 98-yard drive down towards the end, to set them up. So, heck of a game, man. Heck of a game.
Yeah, that
I
game was
did see
crazy.
though. I did see. They said that even though he came back in, I saw Prime release a statement this morning that said Travis Hunter might miss a few weeks.
Yeah, that don't look too good. Now I'm trying to be, unbiased on this thing.
Right.
Obviously, that was like a late hit. It was like
Oh, no
unnecessary.
question.
You can call it dirty if you want, but I'm like, dog. I I always go back to Tony Saragusa, rest in peace, um, putting all his weight on Rich Gannon in that playoff game in the second quarter when the Raiders was in the red zone and Gannon goes out of the game and he's done for the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, yeah, it was part of the game. It was unnecessary. It was part of the game. But now I'm looking at this John, I'm like, oh, he dirty, yo, that's terrible. I'm trying to be unbiased about it. It's dirty. It's
And
definitely
that kid
dirty.
knew what he
But
was doing, though. Kid knew what he
oh
was
yeah,
doing, man.
the
Let's
ball hit
let's
the
not give him.
ground. They took like
Yeah,
three more
he knew.
steps. I'm surprised he got away from the sideline.
Good morning to the good people of the SBP. Bruce Parker, my brother, my main man, my bro. Arvin Jackson is in the house. Caesar is in the house. Caesar said, "I'm officially old." Yes, you are. You come on up here with us, fella. Come on up here with us. You ain't quite got to our status yet, but you inching there.
You was old before you was old, Caesar. You was old when you used to play flag. You was already old.
This is from the good brother Arvin Jackson right here. Said I took 4 naps and still woke up, and the game was near the end of the fourth quarter. I understand. Trust
Man,
me,
my wife
I understand.
my wife was on the other sofa. I was on one sofa. She was on the other one. She was knocked out in the first quarter. I just let her be. I was like, wake up. She's like, what time is it? Oh, it's 2:45. Wow. Yeah, exactly. I don't know how, but
Colorado,
here we are.
Colorado was lit, filled with, as it is every week, a ton of celebrities out there, all like all up and down the sidelines and the stands. Offset and the Rock was out there. We saw him on some of the pre games. We seen think about it over the past since they started this thing, these 3 games, I believe we've seen Outkast, members of the Wu Tang. Wayne performed yesterday. Wayne was out there. Like, you big and you got Wu out there. Like, come on, bro.
Bruh. Listen, and for those who are are my personal page friends, if y'all did not understand that what I said was a joke, that's on y'all. That's on y'all. I said if you are active, if you are rooting against Colorado right now, you are actively anti-black. Some people got the joke. Some people did not. They would say, "Oh, you can't say people against black people because they don't want to root for them." I'm like, dog, are y'all missing the joke? Look at what's happening. All the black celebrities are showing up in Colorado for Deion and what's going on there. It's a black thing happening. It's a black thing happening. That's the joke. That's where else is Wayne performing before the game? Who else is asking Wayne to perform before the game? Like, you don't see Wu-Tang show up at football games. I bet 80% of Wu-Tang don't even like football. Like, they don't follow football.
You might catch him at a pro game with the Jets playing, one or two members in there. But as far as coming down to a college joint, nah.
In Colorado? Who is showing up in
Colorado?
You got people going to Colorado for no good reason. Well, one good reason.
Colorado.
That's it.
Yeah. There's what it is, man. Shout out to him now. Deion and them about to get into some stiffer tests as they got the ranked opponents on deck. So very important that they started this thing 3-0. Because they got some rough waters ahead, and they're about to navigate now probably at least 1 week, if not more, without Travis Hunter as well. Although some of the other cats did show up last night, especially on the receiving corps. So shout out to Colorado, man. Shout out to Deion, and shout out to everybody who love the movement. And if you don't love the movement, that's fine too. But you can keep that mess to yourself. All right.
Anti-blackness.
Hey, so let's go and get to this this week 2 thing, man. And what I want to do, of course, like we always do, since you are well represented, that thing that's behind the cereal bowl. There you go. That green Thursday night football. And your Philadelphia Eagles came out with a victory. Score was 34-28 in a game that had a lot of action, some instances plagued by turnovers. But then there were some really good performances in that game, too, that I don't think a lot of people seen coming. But how you feel about this victory and your thoughts on your Philadelphia Eagles team after 2 games?
First of all, just let me say, I told y'all, now it didn't happen. Let's be clear. It didn't happen. But I told y'all that grabbing DeAndre Swift and grabbing Boston Scott for 2 touchdowns, 2 separate bets, was not a bad look. DeAndre Swift could have had 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
He got tackled at the half-yard line twice. And then he scored the other one. So, I ain't gonna tell you nothing too crazy. But anyway, yeah, fly Eagles fly. Y'all already know what it is. But I said it was an ugly win. The Eagles had the ball 4 times, like back to back in the first quarter, 4 times, and mustered 3 points. And that was a struggle. It couldn't move that jump. The play calling looked crazy. It just looked like some wild stuff was happening, and it didn't make any sense. Now, I would never boo. Like, how you gonna boo a 1-0 team in the first quarter of their first? Excuse me. Was it first game at the crib? Yeah, at the crib, and they just came off of a Super Bowl appearance. And y'all out here booing like that's craziness. That is some, I don't even know. But
that's what y'all do with the crib, man. That's what y'all do.
But I understand a little bit. Like, I understand the frustration. Like, what is happening, right? It just looked crazy. They look crazy. To me, they look crazy. That's why I said it was an ugly, ugly win. Defense balled out, but if you don't have 4 turnovers? If you don't have 4 turnovers, 2 of which, 1 at the goal line, 1 after off of a big punt return, 1 on the first or second play of a drive, like, it could, like, them people could have put up 40, 50 points. Minnesota could have put up 40, 50 points if they could take care of the ball. That's not good. Like, there's nothing pretty about that. But and of course, AJ Brown, going, how you go diva receiver in game 2? It's game 2.
That's the thing,
like you just had 7 catches last week. 4 days before the game, you had 7 catches. Now Devontae going off. Well, Devontae had 7 catches in the first game as well. But now Devontae going off and Swift is getting all the touches. Then you mad? I don't understand. Dudes is crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, it's off the chain, man. And what made it trip me out even more, and I know we have so much fun with it here in the group, man, but legitly had folks, have somebody come up to me, but I also was reading some stuff on Twitter and a couple of joints that I follow. And then one of the Twitter, the X, I'm sorry. I'm still going to call it Twitter because I don't want y'all to think I'm doing no X. I don't do no X. So let's get it straight. That's the space, the X space, whatever, the Twitter. They see Kirk Cousins again. I'm like, bro, what are you watching? Like, come on, man. Like, this isn't the people I can't stand to be around. It's just Kirk Cousins because Kirk Cousins was under center and it was a night game. So, yeah, he had the one fumble. But this man came out here with just shy of 400 passing and threw 4 touchdown passes. What else do you want Kirk to do? Well, it was not Kirk's fault that, the best receiver, in my opinion, in the game, you know what I'm saying, couldn't hold on to the ball and ends up being a touchback. I mean, like let's just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. This was not Kirk Cousins' fault this week. Y'all can come at me next week when Kirk throw 4 picks, or the week after when he throw 3 picks and a costly fumble. I'm gonna give you that. But y'all leave Kirk alone. Kirk ain't had anything to do with that loss last week, bro.
Yeah, you can blame a lot of people, but Kirk Cousins gonna be way down the list if you doling out blame.
Kirk was a real G for taking them hits because I seen Jalen Carter put a serious one on him, bro. I said, whoa. like, okay, yeah, I'm expecting after he got whopped. I said, yeah, we about to see that Kirk that everybody be clowning. But Kirk was solid. Wasn't his fault, you know what I'm saying? And KJ Osborne couldn't hold on to the ball. KJ had a case of the the situation that happened in the Chiefs last week. Like, wasn't his fault. Nothing about that victory, but a positive for y'all, man. DeAndre Swift could have had 200 on the ground. He was toting that rock something crazy. And I don't want to jinx him source because I remember it was people here in the group were talking about that wasn't a good pickup because he's going to end up being hurt. They followed the injury thing, and it will remain to be seen. But he came up money for y'all Thursday night. He was toting that rock.
He was, and I don't know if you remember or if I even made a big deal of it, but I wanted DeAndre Swift in Philly. Mm-hmm. I wanted Swift in Philly.
I didn't want him in Philly.
Yeah, I know, and that's exactly why I wanted him in Philly. That's pretty much the same reason. That's a great pickup. Like, and I get the injury thing. He does get hurt a lot, but if we got multiple backs out there anyway, that's a good one to have. And if he just happens to stay healthy, that's a problem all season.
He's a true running back in every sense of the word. For anybody who really studies what being a real running back is about, he is a running back by all forms of the word. It's just the injuries are an issue. Yeah, so shout out to everybody that jumped on. Travis really was up, my good sir, my brother
Trav, Brian Wilson. Happy birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Trav, no doubt. Don,
Trav, put Brandon's stats in the comments. Put Brandon's stats in the comments. I don't know what he did on Friday. If they played Friday.
I'm gonna start calling it Trav Ghost. Let me tell you why. I was when high school joint when Bird and Trinity went with the scrimmage, right? I saw Trav like he was maybe he's maybe about 30 yards away from me, right? I said, I'm gonna go over and holler at him real quick. But he was talking to somebody, and I was talking to some of my people, right? So we get, I'm talking, getting the conversation, with whole 9 yards. I do a double take and look to the right. Trav was gone. I ain't never seen him. Like, quick, you know what I'm saying? I was like, that's a ghost. But that was
probably on the sideline.
Weeks ago. Yeah, he was gone. You know what I'm saying? So I just made my way over to my seat. And no doubt, one of the homies that we that grew up with is like family. His son also plays for Trinity.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I always forget his first name. The Allen kid. Keon is his father. That's my man's right there, Keon Allen. But
Gotcha.
I never realized all these years because I hadn't seen him little man since he was probably 8 or 9 years old. I never realized the whole time that was him. So, shout out to them. They got a lot of offers too if you go to school.
That's
out
dope.
there. So,
dope.
But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody else. Don, my guy. Everybody know that's my guy. Big G Money in the house. What's up, brother?
Cuzzo. I'm assuming that's Cuzzo.
You know you got to come on one of these joints with us one of these mornings, man, when you ain't handling business over at your station, man. For sure. I know Justin Upshaw gonna be coming soon too. He and I have been in touch base. He wants to come on, so Justin's gonna be joining us maybe next week. I don't know. I'll see what he got planned. But shout out to everybody checking us out this morning. Brother Clip in the house, my guy. Yeah.
Hey, listen, Arvin Jackson. Yeah, that's exactly what that comment right there, bro. Can I enjoy a good bowl of Frosted Flakes? Can I enjoy a bowl of Frosted Flakes? Look, I was laying here before the Frosted Flakes, before we started the show. I was like, man, my stomach ain't right, bro. I don't even want to mess with. Then I was like, oh, it's time. Let me go and grab this bowl with Frosted Flakes and Vanilla Ripple. Just saying. It's good stuff.
Marcus Ransom, what's up, bro?
Marcus Ransom, what up, bro? How you feeling, man? God,
right
there. I would, salute you, but I don't think that you're supposed to salute when you're not. So anyway, appreciate you, bro.
No doubt. And make sure, hey, Arthur, make sure you can't check the box in the store. They might arrest you. But you know them boxes ain't gonna be full no more, right? Nicole went talking the other day. She got a box of shredded wheats, bro. That box felt like it was all right, man. She popped the box open, one on the air at the top of the bag, about half a box. You know what I'm saying,
bruh?
Tater chips the same way.
I was about to say, I think it was some Tostitos. You ain't even know, ain't nothing. The top half of the bag is nothing. You can see through that jump. I'm like, hold on, wait. I know it's we're in a recession. Everybody in a recession. The company's in a recession. But yeah, can I get some? And this was before the recession. Actually, this was already happening. They already had us in struggles. Yeah, it just got worse, and the price still went up.
I do want to salute. I know this ain't everybody's bag or whatever, and I know all of y'all don't roll through the hood stores, but through my job and through other means, sometimes I am near some of the hood stores. I'm just gonna say that, and I will say, if you find a flavor that you like, the only potato chip that has not let me down as far as the bag being full is the Rap Snacks. I ain't even gonna lie to you, because I told you last year. I don't go out looking for them, but I'm addicted to the Rick Ross joints, the lemon chili pepper joints, bruh.
Oh,
fire! So, and they never let me down. The bag is always full. So I'm just putting it out there, saying. So if y'all ride past,
black owned.
I think I'm pretty sure they got. I hope so. They got They got Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? Rick Ross got the chili, the lemon pepper popcorn joint. That's on fire too.
You
got Lil Baby on the joint. Big Baby. The Migos was on the bag. I don't. Nicki Minaj got a flavor. I don't know. I hope so.
We are a commodity, so it definitely might not be. But I'm gonna have to Google that.
He ain't got his hand in it. I doubt it because
Somebody out there Google Rap Snacks and see who own them joints, and then Google the picture of the owner. Let me know.
Yeah, because we know it. I don't think it's P, because we ain't seen P pushing them. Matter of fact, he was on the bag. So, but
pushing P,
he pushed them noodles and that cereal. I ain't see P pushing the Rap Snacks. So I don't really think that's a no limit venture. I don't know, but yeah, you know how it is. Oh, let me tell you, when you seen daggone Romeo on a bag. I don't remember what flavor was. Well, you getting I don't know if he Lil Romeo or not, but when you see Romeo on the bag, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Indeed.
Man, now
we're gonna get our own bag of Rap Snacks. The SBP rap snacks.
And where eyes at? I need to know the ledge flavor. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let's talk about some games today, man. I think we got about 8 games that we're gonna pick, man, out of this slate, and it's some really good ones on it, and there's some that look like duds on paper. But I went and picked the ones that I thought were the most interesting. Some based on what's coming up this week, some based on everything that has just happened. Um, over the past week leading up into week 2. So first on the slate, let us talk about the Bills and the Raiders, which is a very interesting game. Because look at the Raiders coming out with a close victory last week over the Broncos. And of course, we all know Buffalo took that L to the New York Jets. And of course, all we saw, and I know you saw it, was the Josh Allen post about this, but y'all know my quarterback, Dak Prescott, this, that, and the third. Look at Josh Allen. I ain't say nothing. I just sat back and just read everything. What Rod Kemp said, I stand back and observe the whole scenery.
Yeah, it was a lot of that. It was a lot of that.
3
And not that
interceptions
it
and a
was.
fumble.
Not that I don't even know, because I feel like don't we be on Josh Allen's neck for the turnovers? Just generally speaking, the people, I think
Yeah,
we do.
we do. You know it's some Dak Prescott. But
Okay, I just wanted to clarify first. I just wanted to clarify that it was actually done. Yeah, but they got their own drama. Like I mentioned, AJ Brown earlier, crying on the sideline. You got Diggs doing Diggs things. It's tough. It's tough. Now, does all of this matter if they get the win in week 1? Maybe, maybe not. Probably less, but because they took that L in such a highly anticipated game with, Brett. I always want to call him Brett Favre. What is happening? I have called him Brett Favre at least 3 times in the last week. Aaron Rodgers.
There's a reason.
There's a couple reasons, probably. There's a couple. But yeah, with them getting hurt and now being out for the season and being out for the game specifically, yeah, you would have thought that Buffalo would have been able to get the dub. It happened. It's still a intra-divisional game, so and the Jets' defense is not they no slouches. So there's all that. We'll see. It's not like we just haven't seen Josh Allen this way at the beginning of the season, I guess. Maybe that's what it is more than anything, because we've seen him do these things before.
Yeah, and I just want to say something that sparked a lot of controversy in the group. When I threw the post up and I said it seems like he's forcing the ball in this game to Stephon Diggs, right? And I caught a little heat for it. And I was trying to figure out why. I wasn't saying it because it's an obvious thing to say because he's forcing the ball. He legitimately was forcing the football. And this goes back to what you and I have touched upon in previous weeks about there's something wrong with Diggs. We've never quite found out exactly what it is, but he was, not reporting to camp for days, and he was threatening to do this and that. Then we caught caught him on the sideline, right? Looking like he was upset. You was talking about Brown in Philly. We caught this. He was forcing the football to Diggs. And one of the guys in the group, and I respect everybody's opinion, but it comes out with pretty much saying that he's one of the top 3 receivers in the league. That's what you do. You force the ball. You do not, sir. This is what you do. There's a difference. And I need everybody to listen to me. There is a difference between throwing the ball to your top receiver when he's double covered and forcing the ball into double coverage. There is a difference. And I want y'all to really sit back and think about this. There's a lot of factors that goes into it. Ball placement. Exactly how is the receiver being covered, even though he's double covered. Where the receiver is on the field, how close is he to the sideline? There are certain things. So to come out and just say that you're not forcing the football to a star receiver because he's a star receiver. Nah, it's BS, man. Trust me, there is a difference. And last I checked, I'm gonna be honest with you. Much respect, because I got love for Diggs. Diggs top 3 in the league, and most people book, right? He ain't Randy Moss. Randy Moss can do some different things being double covered than a Stephon Diggs can do. You know what I'm saying? Even a Devontae Adams, even though we've seen Devontae Adams do some incredible stuff, but there is a difference. So I just blessed y'all with some jewels this morning. I want y'all to really think about it, whether you agree with me or not, but you need to agree with me because I'm right. Okay? On this particular. This man was forcing the football. Somebody tried to come back source and say, yeah, it was forcing on that last drive too, huh? They drove down the field and they were driving. No, he wasn't forcing it. He got the man the football. They drew up some plays. The man is an excellent route runner, and he ended up in favorable positions, right? Has nothing to do with what Josh Allen did earlier. There's something there, Source. There's really something there, and we're going to see if they can shake this thing off today, though.
Yeah, I guess we have to keep an eye on that leading up to, I get, because the NFL's kind of different now, leading up to the trade deadline for real. Because you never know. You never know what an unhappy receiver, I mean, he's your number one guy, but could life go on without Diggs? Is it possible? I mean, I think it could. I'm not trying to take away from his greatness, but could life go on without Diggs with what they have and someone else to replace him? I think it could.
Brother Justin and I were having this conversation too, and Justin, I agree with you. I'm not saying that this was never Josh Allen's style. I'm not criticizing Josh Allen for everything he's done in his career up until the other night. I was just talking about that game. My point is, just because you are known for doing those things doesn't mean that there was the right thing to do Thursday, the other night. You know what I'm saying? Right. When they played. That's all I'm saying. Monday night when they played. He's always done it. We get it. Doesn't mean it was the right thing to do then. Ultimately, we can talk about what we want and what didn't the Jets did or didn't do. Ultimately, you go back and look at his 4 turnovers. I guarantee you at least 2 of them, maybe 3 of those turnovers probably cost them the game. Like, so come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. No Bills. The Bills faltered without Diggs. I think it'd be a problem, Source. I think it would be a problem based on, look at the rest of your receivers. Gabe is going to show up sometime. Other than that, you mainly go in tight ends, which they may have a emerging superstar. He's only played 1 week, but I really like Dalton Kincaid. And Knox is no slouch. And we didn't see the other night that they have really cemented that James Cook is going to be the running back. And granted, it was 1 week, right? But I'm just saying. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you this, though, man. I'll give you my pick. The Raiders last week, not overly impressive to me by all points from what I saw. But I saw something that was crazy this week, bro. The Raiders have lost 14 games since last year, over the past year and a half, I should say, by 8 points or less, including a ton of games last year, right? And they have a knack for keeping their games close. I just don't feel that's going to happen today. I feel like, all this talk we're talking about Josh Allen and what happened last week and the problems him and Diggs got and all that, I think that goes away today. And I think that the Bills blow the brakes off the Raiders today, 38-17.
Woo! Wow.
Yeah.
And the woo wow is not because of your score. I mean, it is because of your score, because I was about to say 38-15. I like it. Yeah, I ain't even got to say nothing. 38-15. You already said it.
Yeah, it is what it is. So I think Buffalo comes back in a big way today in this game. Next up on the slate is another one that should be good, but one of these teams really needs this one. And we're going to talk about the matchup. Even though this is a little backward, because I do believe the game is actually in Cincinnati today, but it is what it is. Joe Burrow looking to bounce back from last week's horrific performance by him and himself and the team. And the Ravens didn't look particularly great in the facets of the game, but they showed a lot of positive. And that was my guy, Zay Flowers. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Y'all better listen. He about to be a problem, man. But this is a good one on deck, man. It's divisional joint early, man. What you think?
I'm looking forward to this game. I'm looking forward to it because I want to see what the heck the Cincinnati Bengals do to come back from last week's performance. Joe Burrow, you already know. Joey, he got his bag, and now everybody's on his back after week one because he had a terrible performance. You're not the first guy to have a terrible performance. And, of course, we all overreact, or a lot of us overreact to one performance. Case in point, Prime, did you or did you not that you said this, but did you or did you not like Magic 2? I don't think you did.
Who, me? No, yeah, I did. I remember. No, I did. I remember I was saying, I was just saying I can understand why people didn't. Yeah.
Right, me too. Exactly. So it's a lot of people that said they didn't like it, and they was like, oh, well, Nas need to stop rapping. He lost it. I heard he lost it from Nas 30 years in. Of course, lesser albums early in his career at certain times, but after a 5-album run, 4 of them being, loved by most people who listen to him. The 5th one, they don't like it as much. Now they're like, oh, it's over. That's how y'all act when we talk about quarterbacks a lot of times. Not y'all, the y'all right there I'm pointing to. Nevertheless, I'm looking for a big day from Joe. Burrow to Chase, 2 of them things. I don't know that I love the Ravens, but I do remember you talking about Zay Flowers multiple times. I think I even mentioned it somewhere along the line and within the last week that you had talked about him. And yeah, I mean, he gonna be in my FanDuel lineup, so y'all can go ahead and follow suit. I don't know. He gonna be in my lineup today. I wish I would have took him last week though, but I'm gonna go ahead and get Cincinnati. Cincinnati got it's hard to say must win in week 2, but it's gotta feel like we got to get this joint today. So I'm going with Cincinnati 27-24 over the Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. The team split the regular season last year. Both teams holding down home turf, but I'm not going that way today. I think that the Ravens go on the road and get the victory. And the reason I say that is, don't get me wrong, I agree with you. Chase could have a big game. Cincinnati did not look good, though, stopping the run last week. They did not look good. And the Ravens, if you couple with the running backs they're going to deploy now, of course, they're down the star running back, but the 2 backs and then my man's using his legs, I think that's going to be the difference in the game. I think Cincinnati is a good chance of probably going to start the season 0-2. But give me the Ravens 26-24.
I like Zay Day.
Zay Day. That's the new one when he go out. It's going to be interesting. What we got a comment here. Let's see what we got. And what you doing, man? And said the old line too. They were hyped getting Orlando Brown. yeah. I think that they're going to the Ravens got some issues defensively. I do believe though that they are actually going to be the ones to be able to do something to that Cincinnati offensive line. I think they're going to be able to get at Joe a little bit. Ought to be a fun game though. Next up, what we got here, bro? We have which one we want to go to? Let's do the Chiefs and the Jags. Chiefs and the Jags are up next. And one good thing we found out for the Chiefs is they are getting 2 of the very best back in the lineup today, which spells a problem for the Jacksonville Jaguars, who Did impress me last week though, but I expected them to be, I got them winning that division again. So I don't know if I really say I expected them not to win last week, but they looked really good, especially bringing back Calvin Ridley. But they got to deal with these two today.
Yeah, I don't like that. If one of them came back, it's one thing. Both of them coming back, I don't like that. I don't like that. I did like the fact that Chris Jones was at the game last week. It was for the ceremony mainly.
Ceremony.
It was for the ceremony. But yeah, it's not like they were on bad terms or thinking they were going to be on bad terms, I guess, to an extent. So that was positive. I felt like it was positive, and may have been part of the reason they were able to get to this a little quicker, or maybe they were already close to getting to a point where they could agree, settle. Travis Kelce, just him being on the field is a difference. He ain't even got to catch the ball. He ain't got to catch. He just got to run down the middle of the field and just make somebody think he's an option.
And fight for his right to party.
Yeah. That's going to be enough. Is Travis Kelce dating Taylor Swift? Is that something that y'all want to know? I don't know either. I just saw something yesterday, and it was alluding to that. I don't care either way.
I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna, and I don't want to upset no Swifties. I'm gonna leave that alone. I put it on my personal.
Don't do it. Kelsey not watching, so she won't get mad. She is definitely a Swiftie. She went to Philly to see Taylor Swift.
Okay.
I'm like, wow, you love her. I mean, I get it. I mean, I don't get it, but I get it.
And what I was gonna say ain't really had to do about her music and that like that, because she dope. I just was just thinking of old versus the new.
Yeah,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Some of y'all get it.
Yo, what? I thought you was gonna bring up Deezus and Mero when they was on Jimmy Fallon. You saw that? Have you seen that clip?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had Calvin Ridley last week. Great pickup. Very cheap. He was very cheap last week. I think it was like, if I'm not mistaken, I'm probably wrong, but I think it was like $6,000. I was like, oh yeah, I got to have that. I got to have that. So it's gonna be more Ridley today, and ATN as well. I didn't like the fact that Jacksonville let the Colts, who I said were going to be bottom of the barrel in the whole league, hang around for the whole game, pretty much for the whole game. I was like, what is happening right now? Like, y'all supposed to be ready, and y'all come out and tricking like this. But even with that, I'm still, even with all that I just said, I'm still picking the upset, Prime. I know it's less of an upset in this moment after last week, and knowing that these two are just coming back, really Kelce for the most part. But I'm picking the upset. I'm taking them Jags. Shout out to my guy, Jamal Bramble. Beast, what up? I'm taking the Jags, bro. Yeah, I know you like, man, who picks the Jaguars against Kansas City? Me.
People agreeing with you. The good brother Justin Upshaw. He said he got the upset today.
Okay. All right.
This is my son. This is my son. My son agrees. He like the Jags. KC going 0-2, playoffs rematch and do. Okay. Let's stay Super Bowl. I like that. Everybody going against Patty today. Okay, respect.
Not Prime.
I don't know.
But go on.
Hey, look, man. I don't have Kadarius Toney dropping 3-4 passes a day. You feel me? It might be. This might be one of them games where my man come out and by halfway in the second quarter, he didn't already hit 9 receivers. You feel me? This is going down. Sky Moore, he's coming up Pacheco out the backfield. They're gonna bring any layer. I think my man out here dishing dimes today. You feel me? And I can't see Patty going 0-2. Wouldn't mean dooms, it wouldn't mean doom to them if they did, because we all know what the Cowboys did back in that. They went 0-2, and you know what happened at the end of the year. But nah, I can't see it happen. My guy Patty coming out there showing on fire today.
Prime, that was too much, Prime. Come on now, I don't be bothering nobody, Prime. Like, that was too much. That was over the top. But you know what happened.
I'm still riding the high from the other night. My bad. But when you dropping donuts, you can do that. But anyway, yeah, I will see it today. I got my Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs winning this game 35-22.
Woo! I like the way that sound, Prime. I ain't gonna go with that though. I'm gonna go Jacksonville 32, Kansas City 28.
Okay. Okay. And you already know where this comment came from.
Oh yeah. That's our lady.
You already know. It's in the
Ant.
house. Let's go. I picked this next game, man, because it's real interesting to me, man. Definitely back in the day would have been a barn burner, but based on the performances last week, I definitely wanted to dive into it. We got the Packers and the Falcons, and they're playing each other. And I really got into this game because I wanted to show the young brother Jordan Love some love after that week 1 performance last week. 3 touchdowns last week, and he finished week 1 with the highest quarterback rating in the league at 123. So he's going to be down a couple of weapons today, I believe. I think Aaron Jones, I believe they're not expecting him to play. He's been questionable all week. And Christian Watson was questionable, and I saw this morning where they were saying that it is a very good chance that he does not play. So he's going to have his hands full. But yeah, they got to go down to Mercedes-Benz, man. What do you think going to happen?
Yeah, Watson didn't play last week though, so
yeah,
I guess that's not as big a deal. But that Aaron Jones, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. That will always be a big deal when Jones is not on the field. Going down to the A, lemon pepper wings, Prime.
Magic City. Oh yeah,
yes,
my bad.
Okay. Yeah. So, I don't know. First of all, let me back up. What's up with your peoples, man? Can 1 week go by? Can 1 week go by and Kyle Pitts not get the rock as much as one would want without somebody being like, send him to Dallas? What is happening?
Man, don't pay it no man. I'm listening to you. Go ahead. I just want to put it out there if y'all ain't know.
It's in the
I know.
It's in the name. It's in the
Trust
name.
Me, I know.
Personally, I'm rolling with. I'm keeping it family today. That's right. My daughter Kelsey is a Green Bay Packers fan, longtime Packers fan. So I'm rocking with her today. Not that I believe in Jordan Love. She doesn't even believe in Jordan Love, but he did play well last week. Can't knock that, even though it was who it was that they were playing against. And you take the dub. On the road, I'm still taking Green Bay because I don't trust Atlanta. Yeah, I don't have a lot of faith in Atlanta. I don't have a lot of faith in Green Bay either. But at least I know the pieces in Green Bay are solid, and we just waiting to see what the quarterback does and if he can be solid as well. So I'm going Green Bay. Green Bay 27. Atlanta 23.
I'm going with Atlanta at home, 31-24. I gotta believe that last week not getting Pitts involved was just the one-off, and definitely not getting Drake London involved was definitely one-off. But one thing we did say we saw was that running game. So someone just commented about Bijan Robinson, but a lot of y'all didn't pay attention to last season when they really didn't have a back, and everybody went down, and Tyler Algier went out there and got busy. And I almost told some of y'all before we started drafting in certain leagues, but then I didn't tell you because I was hoping he'd be sitting there. And I probably got him in over half my leagues, even if it was just a handcuff. But when they get to running with Algier and Bijan Robinson, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. I like the Falcons at home in this one. I got them putting up 31. So, yeah, 31-24. You know what I'm saying?
Legit.
No doubt. Next up, we have the Seahawks and the Lions. Seattle stumbled last week. They didn't look good. And the Lions, of course, we know are 1-0 for after that, that opening victory they had on that Thursday night. This is going to be real good. I think it's another case for Campbell's squad to showcase that they're the real deal. And for Jared Goff to come out here and say, y'all need to put some more respect on my name because I might not be flashy, but I've been winning lately.
Yeah, he knocked off those Kansas City Chiefs on the first 30. Man, they haven't played in 10 days. I didn't even think about that with Kansas City. They haven't
Yeah.
played in 10 days. Out the gate, one game in. That's a good rest, and they were already feeling good. So I think things do nothing but go up for Detroit. Their running game is going. Detroit's running game is going to be crazy this year.
Get
That
Gibbs
that
going, man. Get Gibbs going. Yeah,
Detroit's running game is going to be crazy this year.
I agree.
It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
And of course,
Jared
St.
Goff,
Brown. No need to talk about that.
all prime team right there. Yeah, Jared Goff though, man. And I hope I don't jinx the brother, but nobody talks about him. But he's thrown 359 consecutive passes without an INT.
Mm.
So, and the way Seattle secondary played last week, that could definitely be a problem. If you remember the last couple of times they played each other, been some points. And you go back a couple of years ago, what was it? One of the teams put up 51, I believe. Last year we had the 48-45 game, and I wish I could go back and find the tapes when you and I did it, because the crazy thing was I think both you and I predicted there was going to be some points scored in that game, and it ended up being 48-45. Seattle won that matchup. This week, though, I mean, this year I think the Lions in this first game, at least, if they may, will they meet in the playoffs? We'll see. But I just think the Lions are on a mission. And I like that running game that you were talking about. I like both teams' running game in this game, to be honest with you. I think Walker and maybe Charbonnet get some more carries. Somebody can have a big game on that side. But the Lions' two-headed monster, Montgomery, looked totally different. Like a Montgomery we never saw before in Chicago. You're going to get Gibbs a little more involved in that, in the swing passes, in that passing game. But I'm still thinking there's going to be some points put up in this one. You know what I'm saying? Seattle offense cannot go out the way they went out last week. So last year's matchup was 48-45. I got the Lions winning this one 40-38.
Ooh, 40-38 prime. I think we'd be.
And please let me get that game today. Please, please. That's fantasy goodness right there.
So you get that what?
That's fantasy goodness right there, man. It's like
get that game. Got you.
Year-long fantasy. Like this is crazy.
I know the people be like, man, y'all just picked the same scores. I didn't pick 40-38, but I did say 40 was the magic number for Detroit. Not to nothing, of course, but to 27, 40-27 Detroit.
Word up. Hey, you already saw it, but I want to give a shout out to my guy, Brian Wilson, who did confirm that Rap Snacks is Black owned. James Lindsay is the founder and CEO. So now when y'all go get y'all the back. Find a flavor that works for you. They got stuff that it might not seem like it go together. And you be like, huh? Barbecue and what? Let's say the third. Find your bag. But me, if it's got Ricky Rose on the bag, I'm probably going to
Rose.
Yeah, that popcorn is off the chain, as well as the chips, the lemon pepper joints, the chili lemon pepper. Y'all get up on it. Yeah, Aiden Hutchinson. How can we not mention Aiden Hutchinson? No doubt. And like your boy Gino, he better know today. Because bro coming. Hutchinson is a monster. So, but yeah, so both of us got somebody dropping a whole lot of points in this one. Next up, the 49ers are playing the Rams this week. And we picked this game because I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. I'm going to go ahead and say it. The San Francisco 49ers looks good. Look like a problem. We talk about y'all having y'all little struggles to start the season. Actually in both games to an extent, because a lot of people last week I said when I picked New England to beat Philly, which didn't happen, but I don't think a lot of people thought New England would be in that game in the fourth. But y'all have had some ups and downs in your struggles. The 49ers, at least in week one, but they ain't missed a beat, but they might have turned it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So this could be fire today.
And I like it. I don't, when it's not exact, it don't really count. But I'm pretty sure somebody said that the San Francisco 49ers were going to win in Pittsburgh 30-6. Is that what we said? I think that's what we said.
Yeah, somebody in here said it.
Somebody said that. Score ends up being 30-7. I mean, they could have missed the extra point and made me look better. But it's pretty close. It was pretty close. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I don't expect anything different. I know the Rams actually didn't look bad last week. I don't care though. Cooper Kupp ain't playing. So
they found a week 1 gem. Actually, a couple of people. Tutu Atwell played well, but Puka Nacua, I think it was. He got busy too. And a positive for the Rams is that they said that McVay expects him to play today. And the people like Puka Nacua. Yeah, Puka Nacua. Just came out of nowhere last week and had a solid game. And I think he's going to be good to go today. They're going to need everything he can bring, along with Tutu and Tyler Higbee and all that, to have even a shot of staying within 10 points of the Niners, I think.
They're going to need everybody. They calling in. I ain't even going to do it. I ain't going to go to the pass. But yeah, they calling in everybody. I don't care. I don't care who they call. Call Ghostbusters if you want. It ain't going to help. It ain't going to help. Put that 30 on the board again. Let's go 30 again. We won't go 7. We won't go 6. Let's see. What's today? Today is September 17th. I'll go 10. 30-10.
I got the Niners 35-13.
35-13. Okay.
35.
I got them getting tripled. You got them almost getting tripled as well. So.
Yeah, it's going down, bro. Ayuk was out there last week looking like, for real, I'm a number 1 receiver. Y'all just ain't know it. You know what I'm saying? That's how your boy Ayuk was looking last week.
The wild part is we did know it in spurts over the past couple seasons. We knew it in spurts, but the start of the season, he got busy. Can't knock the hustle.
Indeed. So we got a couple of games left. Dolphins and Patriots go at it today. And the question is, can anybody stop Tyreek Hill? How do you do it?
Call him. First, you want to call the police. Well, you want to call Jesus, then the police. I don't know. That's all you got. That's your options. Somebody mentioned last week or during the week that giving them the under, giving Miami the underneath might be the way to go. And I've seen that happen before, where you try to play the bend but don't break method because there's somebody or somebodies that can get you in a play or two. I understand. I don't think I feel like if Tua is okay, if Tua is healthy, it really ain't no stopping people. That's how I feel. I feel like it ain't no stopping people. Ain't no. And the fact that they are going to New England, and just in the past couple seasons, we've been able to look at New England crazy, even at the crib, and be like, yeah, they're gonna get smacked. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not a New England hater, never been a New England hater, but I do appreciate the fact that we can look at them people and expect them to get broke off. And I expect them to get broke off. I don't care. I might still be mad because they played us kind of tough last week. I ain't like that. Didn't appreciate it. Nevertheless, I'm still putting up 37 of them things for Miami. 37 of them things for Miami.
Belichick squad?
On Belichick, Steve Grogan, Tony Eason, whoever you want to bring out there. Bring them on. Tony Collins. Who else you got? I don't care. Yeah. 37 of them things. 37. 23. 37-23. 23? 37-23. 37-23.
I just know one thing. The Patriots better have better luck rushing the football than they did last week. Zeke, not even a starter, and he ended up with the most yards on the ground with like 29. So, yeah, they got to find a way to move that rock, limit Miami's offense from being on the field because Tua will light you up. This might be a Waddle week. I don't know, but no, I got the Dolphins winning it 28-20 on this one. I ain't got them dropping at 37, but you were so on point last week. They probably going to drop 37. But I got them 28-20 over the New England Patriots. All right. And last up, as far as our games go, we have one that was it's still a big boy, but it's not going to be as big as they intended when they made the schedule because of certain things that went down last week, unfortunately. And one of the biggest things, of course, was the injury to Aaron Rodgers. But nevertheless, we got two teams that played really well. They both got the wins in week one and played really well on the defensive side of the football. One was outstandingly dominant, and one was close to dominant. Let's just say that. Still a good game, man. Young Zach Wilson comes out here to hopefully restart his career. I just don't know if it was good for him to have to do it against this defense, especially if the way this defense played the way they played last week. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I still think this could end up being a good football game. What about you?
All I want to know is how do 4 defensive linemen end up in the backfield all day long in a football game in the NFL? How? Am I confused? Like, both teams were professional teams last week, right? They were both paid to play football. You had everybody in the backfield at the same time. So nobody getting blocked. That there's everybody's unblockable. Is that what we're doing? Let me know, Prime. Is everybody on the defensive line of the Dallas Cowboys unblockable?
I hope so today. I hope so.
I ain't got nothing against it. Dominant performance is good to see. I like to see a dominant performance. I will say, if the Giants don't trick up the first drive, and let's say not even punch it in for 6, if they just not even punch it in, just make the field goal. If they make the field goal, I feel like not that they were going to win the game, but I feel like it's a different game. After these people got the field goal blocked, not only was it blocked, it was returned for a touchdown.
And they're beautiful.
Everything the Dallas Cowboys offense did after that, and after the defensive joint, I'm like, man, no, don't none of this count. Don't none of that count. Ain't none of that count. You go into that joint feeling good out the gate. You already know what was going to happen. You was already feeling good. How you go into your first game, first time you touch the field, did they have a double-digit lead first time they got on the field? But either way, Dallas was up when they got the ball. That ain't fair. So I don't buy the first win overall. I respect the defensive effort, but I don't buy it all. All that said, that's Zach Wilson, though. I got no faith in Zach Wilson. I don't care what nobody said. I don't care. Man, look, he could be playing the Giants.
So it's the man had Zach Wilson had a better quarterback rating last week than Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Joe Burrow.
Man, ain't nobody expect that man to play. Ain't nobody over here planning for Zach Wilson. Who was planning for Zach Wilson in this new offense that he's just getting adjusted to, being on the field? Nobody. You out here looking for Aaron Rodgers. You like, dog, we got to do like Zach Wilson on the field. That's why quarterbacks, they always talk about quarterbacks doing well in their first season. Zach Wilson coming in during the game and playing well is like being in your first season and don't nobody have no tape on you. It's the same thing. They won't nobody planning for you. They won't nobody planning for you. Dallas is planning for that man. And they got a whole lot of tape to go through from his first couple seasons. I want the Jets to do well. When they're on Hard Knocks,
I don't do it.
when they on Hard Knocks, I want them to do well. I feel closer to them. No, dog. And I still don't care nothing about Dallas offense. I just don't see the Jets moving the rock like that. I don't see them moving the rock like that. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. That alone will lead to the Super Bowl chance from your brethren. If they haven't started already, they definitely gonna start after this week, because this is gonna be a beatdown of magnanimous proportions. Now, Dallas might not put up, 35, 40, but it's gonna look dominant because the Jets are not gonna move the rock, and they're gonna put the offense in a decent position, no matter how good the Jets defense is. Like you can't do it so much. You get the people, half a full deck, they're already on the positive side. So I'm going to go Dallas. I don't want to get off this too much. Can't give him too much. Dak's on my TV right now. He got a 4. All right, so I'm going to go 24. Dallas 24. The Jets 11. That's how I feel. 24-11.
Damn. That would be nice. That would be nice. Hey, so you hit on a couple of key points, and you said you don't care about the Dallas's offense. And that's something to keep an eye on today, because I know people will say, you didn't need the offense to do anything last week. Yeah, I kind of did, because I don't know if I really saw what I wanted to see the few times that they actually were on the field. You see what I'm saying? So I need them to come out offensively, no matter what the defense does, and actually look really good, especially in that passing game. I think the running game will come, but especially in the passing game, Dak being a little more efficient in that offense. You're looking to complete a high percentage of passes, and they told you last week that definitely needed work. But I'm sure McCarthy will take whatever, and I liked what McCarthy did last week by trying to help Dak out in that offense, using more things like jet sweeps and things of that nature, getting Cavante Turp involved on the offensive side this year. Last year, he was really just known for special teams. So I love what McCarthy did in the game. I love last week that he made a decision on, what was it, third and short, or was it 4th and 1? Whichever one it was, to run the football. We all know that Caesar's new favorite offensive coordinator would have thrown the ball. So, and I think that's what the Cowboys going to have to do today. On the flip side of that, me not seeing everything offensively from Dallas, I got to give the props up to the Jets defense and the problems they could cause. They got just as solid secondary as anybody in the league. I mean, we got a pretty solid secondary too. But that secondary, those two corners, fire. Safety position, tight. See, Jordan Whitehead last week, I don't know if you saw it, that man had a kicker. If he gets 3 interceptions on the season, he gets $250,000 bonus.
Yes, sir.
That man got all 3 interceptions in one game.
He said, I ain't got time to do Joe. I ain't got time to do
Joe. So they're going to play. They're going to play. And the Jets are one of those teams, too. Sounds cliche, but it's absolutely true with them. They get pressure on quarterbacks without having to blitz. And so they can cause some problems up front, just like Dallas can cause some problems for them. The Jets could actually cause some problems. So this could turn into a possible turnover game. The Jets going to definitely want to keep this one close. So they will have that shot at a, something later, strip sack or interception, tip ball or whatever on that. And then the running game was really impressive. Breece Hall looking like he never left. And we saw early in that game last week with the Dallas Cowboys is they didn't look good stopping the run at the beginning of that game. At the beginning, the Giants was just walking it down the chest, till Dallas found a way to fix it and create turnovers other ways. So, I'm pretty sure that the Jets will try to get Breece and Dalvin Cook going to take some of that heat off of Zach Wilson in that. So, but I still think we pull it out. I think both defenses play well. There'll be some plays there to set the offense up. But I think the Dallas Cowboys win this game 27-17.
Fair enough. What's that? 1, 2,
And
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
and then if you look, uh, this is one of the people didn't know. This is one of those funny weeks like we had, I think, to start week one last week, I believe, last year. This year we got two games. You know what I'm saying? They come on Monday night.
Yes,
You
sir.
got the Saints and Panthers at 7:15 on ESPN tomorrow night, and then the Browns and Steelers play each other at 8:15 on ABC. So we get 2 games tomorrow night. That ought to be fun. But the only other thing that I got, man, is real quick. I just want to give a couple of shout outs, man. First up, I don't know if you saw this yet, but Steeler history will probably be made tomorrow night.
Mm.
And you know, much as I dislike the Pittsburgh Steelers, I got mad love for TJ Watt, man. TJ Watt is a soldier. It's a shame that he gets nicked up so much and gets hurt a lot, but he is a soldier. But if you think about the amount of games or even the games that he didn't finish or the games that he's missed, he's about to accomplish a feat. You know, it makes what he's about to accomplish even more crazy, right? He's only been in the league for 7 seasons. He needs a half a sack to pass James Harrison to become the Pittsburgh Steelers all-time sack leader.
Crazy.
And to put that in context, so that's 80.5 is what they both have. Now, Harrison played 15 years in the league. He had 80 points. I think he ended up with like 84, 85 total, but he got 80.5 of them with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This man is about to become the all-time sack leader in Pittsburgh already. And what will make this even crazier, so if you think about it, he just don't win in year 7. If he stays healthy enough, stays a Steeler, this might be one of those things that record might get pushed out to where he might have to steal a record forever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, because he is absolutely ridiculous. But I just want to give him a shout out. If you think about all the guys they've had, Mean Joe Green, Cam Hayward, James Harrison, who he's about to pass. This is crazy. Shout out TJ Watt, man. He's about to make history.
Indeed. That's your guy. That's your guy, bro.
Yeah. I ain't gonna give Steelers too much props, but I got to give that dude some love on this one, man. So that should go down tomorrow night as he's chasing around Deshaun Watson. It's probably gonna happen tomorrow night, we would think. And the only other thing I got, man, we got to salute the great because they did it. You know, Detroit did it. They went out and they saluted the best running back to ever play the game in most people's opinion. And that would be Barry Sanders. And man, Barry got that statue out there. They dedicated to him. You see my man at the bottom looking sharp in that crisp blue jacket. Look like one of the Hall of Fame jackets, just that Detroit blue. And Barry Sanders, who was currently 4th all-time leading rusher. Most of us, just about everybody agrees that he would be the number 1 rusher in history had he not decided to call it quits. Right? So got to give a shout out to the man, to the GOAT in most people's opinion, man.
Can't knock it, bro. That's a beautiful thing. I love to see it, especially for such a short career to have such an impact on the league, on the game, on the history of football, especially the NFL. And he's healthy and living well to tell the story. So salute Barry Sanders.
My only question is, Detroit, what took y'all so long? It is what it is. So that's all I got today, man. What you got anything?
So I'm not sure. I was thinking about doing it tomorrow, but it's not enough time because it's 2 games. So Tuesday. All right. So I'm up to Bootleg versus 50. And it's the 50th year of hip hop. Bootleg versus 50 years of hip hop. So I think I'm going to do a hip hop specific Bootleg versus on Tuesday, starting at 6 p.m. So it's running like 6 to 8 probably. One that people have been asking for in real life, but we may or may not ever get. 2 Crews. The word beef comes to mind when you think about them because of the death of 2 people, within each crew, one person within each crew specifically.
Right.
I'm going Bad Boy versus Death Row on Tuesday.
Woo.
Straight hip hop though. So I feel like if they do it in real life, then Diddy gonna get at whoever, Snoop, I guess it'll be, that will represent Death Row because of the R&B side. And I think it's a wash on the R&B side. You know, they will watch them on the R&B side. But when it comes to hip hop specifically, I think it's more interesting. So we're gonna see how it go down. Just have a good time. It's the 50th John. We in the 50th year, and yeah, so we had some fun on Tuesday evening. TikTok at Source of Course. Bad Boy versus Death Row.
Or that ought to be fire. Make sure y'all tune in. And I don't have anything other than the facts. Looks like we got up to 20 in the FanDuel. So if you're interested, nice. There's five left. And I want to appreciate everybody who reached out and shared it to some people who might not be in the group, because we know how this thing go. You know, some weeks everybody jumping in, some weeks they not. And there's still talk. We'll probably put a poll out, people asking why we don't do 10 and all this. And I come back with the same explanation, where hard enough getting people that want to do it now, but I don't want to cheat the people that want to do it. So I am going to put a poll up. Today we do have 3 winners. We will decide the future. We're going to do 2 or 3 depending on participation. There'll probably be a poll going up maybe tomorrow, no later than Tuesday, on whether or not you guys want to increase it to $10. I just want to tell you guys that you folks that are clamoring for us to up it, you got to understand something. That's not everybody's bag to drop $10 on FanDuel. I look at it like this: you win a couple of dollars in the SBP. If it's $5 or whatever, then use some of that money to fund some of your outside FanDuel ventures. That's what you got to do. We got a lot of people that like to run the parlays and all that, but it's wavering up and down for the folks who like to do, to go ahead and pick a lineup. So I just want you guys to understand that. I know we've explained it to y'all before, and I get it, but we want to keep it, love for as many people as possible, especially the regulars. Some of the regulars might not be down to go up to $10. So we'll see. I'm going to put the poll out, and then we'll go from there. So they'll be up Monday or Tuesday. Other than that, that's all I got. Good luck to everybody in their fantasy leagues today. And make sure you guys are making the right choices. Unless you're playing me, then I want you to forget to fill somebody in your lineup or something. Somebody that got hurt and you ain't see the report. I just need y'all to go and do that.
Dang.
But that's good. But we appreciate y'all. Until next time, we up out of here.
Yes, sir.